Okay, so before I actually tell you about the signs that we have, okay, I want to let you know that there are different and various forms of abuse. Because people will say that, why will you mention this sign? This person has not even raised up, use their hands to beat me, blah 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 blah. It's not just all about physical abuse, okay? We have mental abuse, we have verbal abuse, we have emotional abuse, then the physical assault, the physical abuse. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Christianah, Kelvin if you're new here, and I film on faith, motherhood, parenting, Christian lifestyle from Lagos, Nigeria. If you would love to be a part of this great family, please don't forget to click on the subscription button and the notification bell beside it so that you get notified each time I drop a video. And for my new subscribers, I say thank you so very much for always coming back. As you can already tell by the title of this video, you already know what we're talking about here, I guess. And I must tell you that my last video, the link will definitely be in the subscription box or maybe up here, raised a whole lot of questions, debates, especially the title, because most people didn't actually watch the video, they just saw the title and completed in their mind, alright? So that video raised a whole lot of questions, I got a lot of DMs, and I'm just like, why don't you just drop whatever you think about this video on my YouTube channel instead of coming to my DMs. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into what we have for today, because most people were actually saying that we don't treat problem from the top, we treat it from the roots, and that's the major reason why we'll actually be talking about signs to watch out for if you're in a relationship with an abuser. Because most people will say that they don't know, they didn't see it coming, it wasn't like that, there was just a switch, there was just a slip, there was just a flip. But I can tell you categorically and boldly that no abuser is made overnight. Take it or you leave it. But I want you to believe it, that it was because something happened and now it just suddenly changed. No. Like my husband will always say, people don't really change, you just get to know who they are over time. Okay? It's all about signs to watch out for if you're in a relationship, signs to watch out for, and things and how to know if this person might or probably have a trait of being an abuser. So if this will be a content you would love to watch, then stay right. So the first sign you should actually look out for, because this person is like this, or probably because I'm mentioning this, I'm not going to mention all these signs in any order, but I just want to know that all these signs are very, very important. And because there is one or two present in probably your relationship doesn't mean your marriage might end up being toxic. All right, there are people that probably they have even more than 3, 4, 5 of these signs, and they still went ahead, get married, they got married, and they're enjoying their marriage life. Okay, so because you have 2 or 3 of these signs doesn't mean that your marriage or relationship might actually end up in a toxic one. So this is basically for the single ones out there, because people are saying that let's teach our single ones, let them know. It's not as if people have not been hearing this. It takes willingness for anyone to take whatever advice people around, counselors, pastors, whatever, are actually giving such person. Okay, so I pray you make use of this signs to make use of what I'm actually about to share with you, especially the single one in this video. So the first thing you actually need to look out for is if the relationship starts on a spontaneous note. Everything is just starting very fast. Okay, well, I'm not a fan of very short courtship, and I'm not a fan of long courtship. I believe anything between 1.5 years to 2 years, or probably 2, 3 max, 3 years max, it's enough. Okay, some people will do 3 months, 6 months, not up to a year. Well, if it works very fine for you, do got to let me know in the comment section. And of course, this should actually be for those that have been married for maybe like 5 years. Okay, let me know how many years you guys dated for. How has been marriage ever since you got married? Was there any changes whatsoever from courtship days into marriage days? All right, so I'm not a fan of very short relationship. And one sign that actually makes people see this number one point is actually very, very important. I mean, a relationship with the opposite sex started on a spontaneous note, things just started moving very fast. You met this guy today, in the next 2 weeks they're already saying that I've never met someone like you. In fact, I'm ready, I'm set, I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you. There's no one like you. I mean, in just 2 weeks, this person is already saying that, please, can we just get married in almost 2 months, or probably 2 months, or even 3 months. I believe there should be a stage for knowing each other, which is why there is always a courtship stage. But when you jumpstart things, you just move from the stage of you knowing each other, you already jumped into marriage. So you now get into marriage, start getting to know each other. Where was I? So what a spontaneous relationship or a relationship that started up so fast do to you is that it beclouded you, it clouds your mind, it clouds your sense of judgment. You will not be thinking properly. All you just know is that you will be carried away with the euphoria of the love. Oh my god, this guy loves me, he's sending you flowers, sending you roses, sending you gifts in a very short time. So my brothers and sisters, you are not even getting to know each other. People already, in less than when you're supposed to be knowing each other, you are using that phase of knowing to be preparing for marriage. I mean, then take it a little bit down, relax, and take a deep breath. Say to yourself, is this what I really want? Because it's very, very important. I remember my husband called me while we were cutting one day and he said, hello babe. I said yes. He said, a friend of mine just said something to me now and I just feel like I should let you know about it. I said, what is that? Then he said, if this friend of mine told me that women always change when they got married, that when you were cutting them, they looked all nice, they're very respectful, they are gentle, they are this, they are that and all that, but immediately they got into your home, they just relax, then you begin to see their real behavior. Then I said to him, I said, are you being real to me? He said yes. I said, then I'm being real to you. So whatever you see me do now is actually what I will do in marriage. Whatever you're not comfortable with me doing now, then let me know if it's something I can change, because as I always say, people don't really change, okay? If it's something I can work on anyways, not change. If it's something I can work on, probably take down, take up, just for us to be a better person, then I'm willing. But that I will change, or probably there's going to be a flip whatsoever, it's not gonna happen, because I'm actually acting out my real self. So that is what that phase of courtship is all about. It's not just for you to hang out, Netflix, chill. Of course, I believe no Christian sister or brother will be Netflixing and chilling in their relationship. Yes, Netflix and chill is actually for the married, okay? So if your relationship started so fast, in less than 1 year, you guys are already married. By the time you are married, your eyes will open and begin to see the real person, what you didn't see while you were cutting, because actually there was no cutting. What you guys had was planning, marriage plans, okay? So this is very, very important. When the relationship started out very fast and is demanding exclusive involvement from you, then just relax, sit down and take a deep breath. I hope that point sinks in. So let's jump into the second point. Is actually when he or she is constantly jealous. I mean, this person questions everyone around you. Who is this person? Who is that girl? Yeah, it's good to actually want to know things about your partner. You said courtship is a phase where you get to know each other very well. You know their friends, you know their likes, you know their dislikes. But there's something, we call that only jealousy, right? But when it is becoming too much, this person is just so jealous. He doesn't want to see people around. He wants to have you out. I hope I'm not even jumping ahead of myself now. When this person is just jealous of you, just know that you are in for a toxic one. He's jealous of your progress, jealous of your financial, what's it called, your promotion. He's not genuinely happy for you. Then that's not a relation for you to be. Actually, if the person is jealous of your progress, your advancement, your success, instead of him or her to be celebrating you, then watch out for it. He or she might actually be an abuser, okay? Watch out. And so the third point is, if he or she is controlling, you see, this is actually the major. And I know that most of our African men are actually egocentric, except for the ones that are submitted his views, his mind, his emotions to the dealings of the Holy Spirit. They always want things to actually flow their way, okay? So if this person is excessively controlling, it's whatever they say that must stand. There's nothing like, oh, let's look for a middle point. Okay, is that your point? Is my point? Okay, can't we just look for a middle point and let us all come to you? No, I want to go for an outing on Friday. Oh, you were saying that I'm not comfortable with Friday. Can we do Thursday? And he's saying that no, it's that Friday that we must do. There's no compromise whatsoever. He's just so controlling. He wants to have things his way all the time. You know what? Pack your slippers and run. Now, let me say this. If you observe this in such person, actually, the first thing okay, don't let me say that yet. So pack your slippers and run, okay? He's controlling, nothing like let's look for a middle ground, let's look for a way where I can just balance things up. My sister and brother. This will lead us to the fourth point, which is when he or she has unrealistic expectations. Yes, I tell a friend of mine sometimes, we said, while I was actually getting married to my husband, I have no expectations. I mean, zero expectations for marriage, right? And I'm going to be making a whole video on that. Yes, because one of the major things, one of one of the reasons why marriages fail is because of high expectation. The husband is expecting so high, something, you know, unrealistic. The husband too is expecting so much from the husband. Then you enter marriage, the husband is not meeting the wife's demand, expectation rather. The wife is not meeting the man's expectation. Problem setting. So I tell people that, you know what, as for me, I don't know if it's not for everybody, as for me, and what I will always advise people to do, go into your marriage with zero expectation and just make things work, okay? Because I believe that marriage is whatever you put into it. Marriage is like a plain garden before you, whatever you plant, you reap, okay? So when this person has so much expectation, unrealistic expectation, I expected you to be like this, I expected you to, it's setting expectations for you. You know, there is a way you know when people have such a high expectation by how they talk, how they communicate, things they say, things they envision. They envision you being, you know, a superhuman. You cook, you wash, you do. I'm not saying all those things are bad, but you know, you're still successful in your career. You're a family woman. You're this, you're that. You're blah blah. The person expects you to be flawless, to be perfect, to, you know, to always display strength. You're not weak at any point. You're just spot on. One other sign that you should look out for is when the person tries to isolate you, chasing people away from you. Your family members cannot reach you, you know, your friends. The person just keep distancing you from those that you can always lean on and just want you all to themselves. Run. Because what that does is that even when you eventually need the help of these people, the fact that he has chased them away from you in a way, you won't be able to reach. Very, very difficult for you to actually reach out to your friends when the time arrives. So just watch it when this person is just trying to isolate you. You know, no hanging out with your friends anymore, no gisting with your friend, no any activity you're having with your friend. It's just you and him, solely alone. Or probably you and her, you just that, you know, you are my all in all, you are this thing, you are my heartbeat, I don't want anything to happen to you. Anybody that actually wants you to be all to themselves, they don't want you to have a life outside themselves, outside himself or probably herself, then watch it. That is actually a sign for you that this person have a tendency, this person has a tendency of being an abuser, probably physical, emotional, mental, verbal. Alright, this will lead us to the next point, which is when he blames people around him or her for his mistakes and errors. He's never the one that makes mistakes, or she is never the one that makes a mistake. It is people around him or her that actually made a mistake and probably made him make a mistake. Such people are never wrong. They are never wrong. Anyone that is never wrong and they never accept being wrong, my brother and my sister, run. They're never wrong. It is people around them that are wrong. You did this, that was why I did that. If you had not do this, I would have done that. That's a sign for you that this person might actually be an abuser. So please, you know what that means? Run. The next point is anyone that is so hypersensitive. They get easily worked out. Any little thing that you say, they get angry at it. Things that you say that people are just supposed to joke around with and, you know, just move on with life. They take it so serious and they be like, I was just joking. I didn't mean to. That was just a joke. They are too sensitive to words, too sensitive to people around them, too sensitive to action. They pick offenses easily. Then run. And that thing you should actually watch out for is how they treat people around them. You say no, you are not how they treat people, and I don't mean probably their friends, how they treat gatesman, how they treat people that, you know, are less powerful in the society. Probably you guys went out together and, you know, you just bash the bar attendant, bash the waiter, talk to drivers anyhow. Be careful, because there is no how. If they have that tendency in them to treat people anyhow, to treat others except you anyhow, a time is coming that they will also treat you the way they've been treating such people. So be careful how they treat people around you. Be careful how they also treat animals and even children. Anyone that could be so cruel to children, they be like, no, it's just a child, but he doesn't even know. I remember a video I saw, my brother was like, you know, it wasn't his wife that he was beating his sister. And I told my brother, I said, if he can beat his sister like this for whatsoever reason he has, then he can actually beat up his wife this way too. So anyone that doesn't treat people around them very, they don't treat children well, they don't treat animals well, they don't treat the minors well, then that's actually a sign for you that if they can have this tendency of treating other people badly, why are you so different? Yes, that should be my question to you. And another thing you should actually watch out for, which will be the last point here, I think this should be the number 7, is when people have those that have sudden mood swing. In a second, people were laughing and just a switch. They're already moody. They just want to be on their own. They just don't want to talk to you. You don't even know what you did. You keep asking them, have I wronged you? Did I do anything bad? What was it? Blah 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 blah. Just say no. You want to just want. That's also a sign for you to know that this person has a tendency of being an abuser, alright? So okay, if anyone, probably anybody you're dating, has any of these tendencies, any of these signs, the first thing you need to do is actually to talk to the person. Well, of course, anyone that's very hypersensitive and and they can't control their anger, those ones, don't even talk too much. Just waka 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 and tell them to get up. But even all of these points, the first thing for you to do is to approach it. Tell this person that, you know what, I observed this about you. Have you observed this about yourself too? I think you need to work on this. I think we need to work on this together. And know that there's a place of, no one is perfect, all right? Even me that I'm talking to, I'm nobody's perfect. I say this to all of my friends around, that I have my weaknesses and at the same time I have my strengths. So don't judge me by my weaknesses, okay? Don't label me by my weaknesses. Everyone is a work in progress, and I say that to all my friends around. I'm a work in progress. Everybody is a work in progress. We are alone. But if you now feel like probably you are perfect, well, that's good for you. But I believe that there's no perfect human being gets. Until death, no one. I don't want to know who the person is. It's just that you might be well behaved and you might handle things differently or better than each other. But we all are work in progress. So I tell people that. So I will advise you to talk about it, approach it, and tell the person, I believe you're a whole work in progress. You need to work on this. Or this person is saying he's not even seeing it. Don't get. The person is not even seeing it. The person has the problem and all that. My brothers and sisters, move. Okay. By this, we'll come to the end of this video, and I hope you've learned one or two. If so, do ask, give me a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.